Can one of the most hyped up EVs of 2024 live up to its hype? My name is Bastiaan and welcome to Recharging. One of the reasons for its hype is because it is an electric Volvo that is relatively affordable. But is it really that affordable? Because here in the Netherlands the Volvo EX30 starts from around 38,000 euros. And for that money you get the 49 kWh battery pack with rear-wheel drive and a WLTP range of around 345 kilometers. Add a few thousand euros and you can get the extended range version with 64 kWh of usable capacity in its battery pack and a WLTP range of 475 kilometers. Both rear-wheel drive versions do 0 to 100 in around 5.5 seconds. Or you can go for the twin motor performance version. Then you have to pay at least 50,000 euros, but then you can do 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. And one way to reduce cost and therefore lowering the starting price is to use a shared platform. And luckily for Volvo it is part of the Chinese Geely. And therefore this platform is also used by Zeekr, by Smart and probably many more cars in the future. And as you have already seen, the Volvo EX30 is a compact car. And that really shows in terms of interior space. The boot is only 318 liters and with the seats folded down 904 liters. But luckily the frunk is 6 liters. And this is how the boot looks like with a stroller. An extra large soft suitcase might just fit. Oh, and there is a 12-watt socket in the boot. And the limited interior space also shows here on the rear seats. The seat in front of me is in my typical driving position. I am 1 meter and 85 centimeters and I have barely any knee room left. I can shove my feet under the seat in front of me though, and headroom is okay. But what is really uncomfortable is the position of my legs. They are really high up. I don't have any support for under my legs. Again, this is a really uncomfortable position. Also sitting here with 3 people, yeah, that will be cozy. Besides that, there is not a whole lot here. There are 2 USB-C ports, but in center armrest, no, you can forget it. And it not only shows in the rear, because with a child seat in place, my knees are hitting the dashboard. And that brings me to more good and bad things about this Volvo in the good, the lovely, the bad and ugly. Volvo did a really good job designing this car. It looks different, but it still has a distinct Volvo look. I think it looks really good. And also this color is a real good looker. Finally, another electric car that drives like a compact non-SUV, because well, that is what this EX30 is. A compact car. It feels agile, it feels nimble. I really like the way this car drives. And even though it is compact, it is still a Volvo, so that means it is quiet, it is comfortable. From all the cars that I have driven so far at this price point, this is the best driving car yet. To reduce cost, Volvo did some smart things like putting no buttons on the door so there's no need for wires in the door. But they also took some inspiration from other car brands. Like Tesla, there's only one screen here in the middle that also shows your driving information. And like Volkswagen, there are only 2 buttons to control your windows with a button to switch to the rear. Some software features give away the Chinese roots of this car. For example, the climate control has to be put on 24 to make it nice and cozy in here. And the pilot assist or auto steer on the highway does not work above 130 kilometers per hour. So again, I really like the way this car drives. It feels agile, it feels nimble. But on the highway it also feels planted and it keeps its course really well. The only thing is that I have to put the steering on its heaviest setting, otherwise I find it too light. Then finding a good driving position, that is no problem in this car because well, it is a Volvo, there's plenty of adjustment and there are good seats. The only thing is visibility to the rear is not that great. What is also good is its towing capacity. 1000 kg for the smaller battery pack and 1600 kg for the larger battery pack. The extended range single motor version that I am currently driving has a WLTP range of around 475 kilometers. Can it reach that in the real world? Well, let's just say that just like other electric Volvos, you don't buy the EX30 because it is super efficient. Maybe in summer in the city with a lot of stop and go traffic, but when driving on the highway, nah, you can forget it. And for full details, watch my range test. The EX30 does have a one pedal drive mode, but the regen in one pedal drive mode is just too weak, and therefore I still end up using my brake pedal a lot. You can also turn off one pedal drive mode, but then the regen is even weaker, so I wouldn't advise that. What is good though is that when your destination exceeds your range, the navigation software, Google Maps, does plan charging stop. The maximum fast charging speed of the Volvo EX30 is 135 kilowatts for the smaller battery pack and 155 for the larger battery pack. Charging both battery packs from 10 to 80% will take you around 25 to 30 minutes. As standard, of course, it has a 11 kilowatt onboard charger, and when you navigate to a fast charger, the car will precondition the battery. The interior of the EX30 is a real Volvo interior, so that means it's very minimalistic. And with the one screen, it is even more minimalistic. What is cool though is that you can get the interior in different colors. Besides that, everything feels rock solid, so very Volvo, but mostly hard plastics are being used. Although I have to say that a lot of these plastics are from recycled materials, so that is a good thing. What is also a good thing is the cubby space, because your door pockets are really big. Then you have a huge cubby here under your center armrest. Do you want to put things out of sight? Well, you can here in the center console or in your glove box. It's actually of a decent size. Besides that, there are two USB-C ports, a wireless charging pad here for your phone. And do you want cup holders? Well, here they are. Or don't you want cup holders? Well, just put them away. Or put the whole thing away. When you have one screen for everything, you want it to work well. And luckily for Volvo, it does work well. It is snappy, it is responsive. Before driving, I never had to wait for it to start up. It is instantly there. It is also based on Android Automotive, so that means Google Maps is your standard navigation software. You can install apps from the Google Play Store. The only thing is that for some functionality you have to go into a lot of sub-menus, and while driving this is not always that pleasant. So how happy does the Volvo EX30 make me? Does it make me cry, sad, smile or grin? Well, it depends. If you don't have children, then it makes me smile. No, it is not a super efficient EV, but it looks great and the driving experience is amazing. But if you do have children, like me, then it makes me cry. Also looking at what other cars you can buy for this amount of money, then the interior space of the Volvo EX30 just doesn't cut it. And that was the review of the Volvo EX30. Thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then, as always, to be continued.